Hello everyone, Legion True Hero here, and welcome to a game that I cannot describe to you how excited I am. Um, it's Anthem. This game comes out at the end of the month, actually, the 22nd of February. And as of right now, that is 19 days away. And I don't really know what is the best way to describe this, except amazing. I was fortunate enough to be able to partake in the VIP demo. I wasn't sure if I could record this, if I wanted to record this until the full game came out, but this is the open demo. The last day of the open demo as far as I am aware of, but I'm going to try and show off each of the 4 javelins, which are the little suits you see there by the logo. There's only 3 of them there. I still haven't quite figured out why the 4th one's not up there. Anyway, I want to show off a little bit of those, and then maybe in a separate episode I will show you guys the stronghold that they unlocked for us, which is kind of like a strike, raid ish thing. Like if you play Destiny, that's probably the best way to think of it. I guess it's more probably like a Nightfall if you play Destiny, but regardless, let's get in. Enough of my rambling. I'm just super excited for this game. I know I still have some series that I need to finish, and you guys any of you who've been watching have probably noticed that none of my videos are getting put into playlists right now, and that would be because my computer is broken. I can't edit. I can't. It's kind of what turned me off to posting for a little while, because my laptop is fried, and Nora and I are looking into getting a replacement, but money's tight and everything. I'm gonna see if I can come up with a plan in the meantime, but Anthem's too cool not to try and get something going for. I've already done the story on this account, the little story missions they give you access to. There's not very many. I've already hit level 15, unlocked and customized all of my javelins. But we're gonna go into free play. I'm gonna start off with the Ranger, which is the one you start with. Here we go. I don't know what that thing on my hand is for. So when you load in, you'll get stuff like this. If you got kicked out of an expedition or left before it finished, you'll have this here, and it'll tell you the amount of experience you got from the expedition. Which is kind of nice, you know, because if you have connectivity issues or something and you get kicked, you still get experience, but you will lose all of the loot you picked up. Which, you know, unfortunate, but it makes sense. So anyway, I'm not going to walk through this entire place, but this is called Fort Tarsis. We've got a bunch of lovely little people here. The game is gorgeous. I love it. And now the VIP demo, a lot of people are bashing this game. And okay. Anyway, day 1 was you could say a disaster for the Anthem launch. It had issues. It really did. Would you shush? I am talking to my people. Anyway, so what happened on day 1 was nobody could get in for the first few hours. The servers were full, supposedly, and then they added more space, but then everybody got stuck on infinite loading screens, and it was just an awful time. About 3.5 hours into the launch of the demo, people were finally starting to trickle in and being able to play. However, I will say, oh my god, Zoe. But by the end of it, by the end of day 1, I was able to get in and play pretty consistently. By day 2, I had minimal issues, if any, and I fell in love with this game. So first things first,
Have you met Commander
right?
Yet? He was just here.
Zoe,
I can't tell if he's angry
I
or if
really
his face
need you
is
to
stuck
stop
that
talking.
way.
Anyway, this is the Forge, where you'll be doing all of your appearance customization, your gear customization, choosing your javelin, everything. As Now, as you can see here, the last one I played on to mess with was the Interceptor, the assassin of the group, the one they don't show you on the main title screen. I'm not going to fiddle with this too much, but as you can see here, you've got some assault gear, which you use, obviously, to attack things. Then you go up here, you've got components, which are basically like buffs. So like here I've got a shield reinforcement, which means my overshield for this character is buffed. And then I've got an ultimate inscription, which just gives me, if you look over on the bottom right, you can see it says an inscribed component that augments javelin ultimate gear and increases damage by 5% of base damage. Now, for the demo, they haven't put a whole lot of like stuff that's not in the final game is or that is in the final game isn't in here. So like as you can see, like that get the bonuses that this rare piece of gear gives me is 0% to my electrical damage, 0% to my fire effects, and then a 2% for support recharge. Obviously, you don't want to have a 0% buff to anything. That doesn't make any sense. But see, like, there are also, like, things here might have something. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, okay, so this cryoglaive says that it buffs my ranger's grenade recharge, but this isn't a ranger, and the ranger can't equip those. So, anyway, this is just kind of a basic look. You can go over here.
Time to make a statement.
Yes, thank you. So, they give you some coins in the demo to get cosmetics. Cosmetics are completely optional. They are the only microtransactions that are going to be in this game, but you can also earn them. You don't have to pay money to get these. I used the coins that were given to me to buy this little thing here, which is everything that is white on this javelin is part of this vinyl. And I've got a little blue and black going on for this guy. He's got a pistol and effectively a pulse rifle. I'm not a huge fan of the pistols or the shotguns in this game, for no particular reason. Okay, so here is my ranger. I also didn't know that you could equip, because when I first started, it did not allow me to equip things that were already on someone else. And later on, it did let me. What is the new thing here? Oh, okay. But now, you can also see that my ranger looks a little different than everyone else's. Not just because of the color, but I also went over here, and under each of these, you can use 25 coins. At least in the demo, you can use 25 coins to change the appearance. You can buy little extra things, and I just wanted to see what they look like. But anyway, I'm going to change out some of my weapons, because I'm not super fond of pistols. I don't know what it is, I just do not like pistols. Oops, I accidentally grabbed another light machine gun. Let's grab the Guardian Rare Marksman Rifle. Okay, so now that he is all decked out and ready to go, we're going to back out of here, and we're going to go launch ourselves into free play and kill some shit. I have a specific area I want to go show off. I'm going to show off all the flying and everything, obviously. I might do, like... I'm probably going to do a couple episodes apiece. Or an episode apiece for each javelin. And then do the Tyrant Mine, which is the stronghold. It's just going to depend on how much we get into and how fast we can get where we're trying to go. Oh, I accidentally skipped that. I'm sorry, guys. I'll show you what it looks like next time. I have a habit of skipping that sequence because I've seen it so many times. So we're going into free play. There are two sections of free play right here. You can go here, which is right next to Fort Tarsus, or you can somehow launch all the way out here. But for our purposes, we're going to go out here. We're going... Why is it set to easy? Okay, we're going to go on normal. And we are going to start the expedition. Now, unfortunately, there is no private play in the free play mode. So, like, you can't, like, close off your team and just run around solo. Which is fine, you know. It's not really a huge deal. You can do it in missions, however, so that way only the people you invite can get in and run with you. I like that. It does kind of make sense that free play would be kind of like the open world aspect where you can't lock people out just because you want to run solo. But you don't have to stick with the group in free play because, as the name implies, it's free play. You get to run around, do whatever you want. The map is limited in the demo for obvious reasons, and honestly, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm not a fan of repetition in games a lot. I don't like having to do the same thing over and over and over just to get one thing or to do something. I mean, I can tolerate it in some scenarios, but this game, it's always fun for me. It doesn't feel repetitive to me. Anyway, here we are. I didn't expect to load in that fast. So that right there isn't supposed to be there. That's new. I don't know what that's about. We haven't been told what that is. It's some kind of storm that just spawned in today. Now, one thing to say, yeah, that's how you run. It's kind of fun. As you can see in the bottom right, I don't know how well you can see it in recording, but there's a little bar that's flashing that says to hit up on the D-pad. Now that would normally be my ultimate, but that's a little bug because it's actually still on cooldown. You don't spawn with a full super, but it says I did. So you know, it's a minor bug, probably fixed in main game. But here we go. This is the Guardian rifle. It's legitimately a pulse. The sound effects in this game, it's just so pretty, and the sound effects are so nice. That's my auto rifle. It's the light machine gun is what they call it, but it's an auto rifle. Excuse me. So my melee, I pull up like this little mace and I beat things to death. I can also do this. And we have an ice grenade, which will freeze things and set them up for a combo, which I don't know if that was my missile, which should detonate the combo. Combos are very nice to have. You deal excessive amounts of damage when you have that. Now, time to show off the fly. You jump, and you fly. Now, if you see that little bar right there that just spawned below my javelin, the little white bar filling up, that is my heat meter. If that fills up and turns red, I will overheat with certain characters. But as you see, it's getting red. And when it fills up, overheated, and I will fly straight to the ground. I will not be able to fly or hover.
So, getting about pausing you here doing their thing. Good clear them out.
Interesting. We got a firefight. And see, it's just so fluid to me. I don't normally like third person either, but I love this. And now, as you can see, while I'm in the water, I get a little buff on the left that says cooled. That means when I go to fly, oops, there we go. When I go to fly, my bar will fill up less quickly, and I'll be able to run around or fly around and do more for longer. And I can hit X here and just drop to the ground. I don't know if it's in the demo or not, but the Ranger and the Colossus, which is the tank of the group, and the Ranger who's the all-arounder, they don't take fall damage. They aren't supposed to take fall damage, but the Interceptor and the Storm both do take damage because they're less armored. But, ooh, a little world event. I can show you guys some world events. But like I said, I don't know if those are in...
Not very much.
Oh, well that happened. Okay. Anyway, but I have not found a javelin that I dislike yet. So it gives you a little arc for your grenade, which is always nice. And I've got my little support ability here, which is supposed to eat bullets, but I haven't quite figured out if it does or not, because it doesn't seem to. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Hold on a second. There we go. Alright, and now it's time for my ultimate. Targets. And that is the Ranger's ultimate. I don't particularly want to stay here and do this event. Mostly because there is something very specific that I do want to do. But we'll see if I can do this really quick. I should be able to. Pick up that health. Oh yeah, I should probably show you guys that really quick. Health. I haven't seen any heavy, or not heavy. I haven't seen any ammo drops yet, but I'll let you know when those show up. Yeah, that's another little thing I've noticed, is that you can actually start firing your gun mid-reload, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But, you know, that's not really a big deal. It's just one of those things. Huh, still no ammo drops. Crazy. Okay. Normally I don't have any issues finding ammo, so I'm kind of actually surprised that this is... Okay. I don't know why that happened. But seriously, just the look of this... There it is.
There's a gate. Just be ready.
So that was the ammo drop. I'm not sure why that took so long to find. There's a gate. Where? Oh! Hi, friends! So the Ranger has a tendency to be able to shoot tracking elements, which is interesting. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is... What the hell? Okay, where'd he go? Where'd that little flying bitch go? Okay, so that isn't a combo.
Oh, there's another one. Watch out!
Right there. That guy right there. He is a enemy version of a javelin. He is a storm, which is a huge pain in the ass. Alright. Oh shit, I got frozen. Uh-oh. Okay, so while you're in your ultimate, you are invulnerable. You cannot be killed.
One less outlaw to worry about. Good work.
And
Things like this, you've got to secure the area.
let's try and see if this will block eat some bullets for me. I don't know if I'm using it wrong. I haven't figured out everything involving this. Which is, you know, it's to be expected. It's a demo. There aren't very many tutorials. There's just kind of some basic shit to work with. Which, you know, that's to be expected, and I'm okay with that, actually. Now, a lot of people have pointed out in other videos that I've seen and stuff that this game is all about using your abilities more than your weapons. I don't think that's true. I find it's nice to have like a little balance to it. It just makes more sense to me, because why have the guns if you're not going to use them? Alright, so that's that event complete. And when you complete a world event, a little chest will spawn somewhere, so always be on the lookout for those. And when you open it up... Okay, so... Okay, the little diamond things here, like this green and blue one here, those are the equivalent of engrams. You pick them up, and... So I got an ember, which is a crafting material, and I got an uncommon item, a rare item, and another uncommon. Now, what that means is, when I leave this area, like when I go back to Fort Tarsus for the to choose the next javelin, it'll give me an end of activity report, and it'll tell me all the experience I earned, all the challenges I completed, stuff like that. And with that comes the gear that I picked up. It'll show me everything I picked up. It'll give me the names. it'll give me everything about it. And I can look at it all before I go back to Fort Tarsus, or I can look at it when I get there. Because as I showed you when I first started, thing about the forge is that it highlights blue when you have something new that you haven't even looked at yet. Oh, well that didn't work, did it? But for me, the flying is so fluid, I cannot get enough. Wow, you do not want to freeze, do ya? That's okay. Boom! Bitch. Anyway, one thing I do want to do before we try is this... No, that is the necropolis. I don't want that one. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. There isn't a way yet, unfortunately, for me to track where I want to go on the map. But this area right here, when you play, the well, there is always a Titan in there. Some of you might be thinking, oh, wait, going the wrong way. Hold on a second. I always have a little bit of trouble finding this area. Anyway, a Titan is not what you might be thinking if you play Destiny. And there are multiple versions of these Titans, and they are gigantic monsters who like to set you on fire. And if you get set on fire, you will not be able to fly. You'll overheat immediately. Make sure we're still going the right way. We're a little far. So, right about this way? Okay, so we can go this way. And we should be able to... Gonna go cool off a little. Should be able to turn... Yep, right up here. Okay, so that didn't take nearly as long as I expected it to. Anyway. Oops, let myself overheat. But the Titan... Okay, we'll go do the world event. Oh, these guys. I love these guys. They are not naturally aggressive. Ooh, that's the first time I've actually listened to their sound. They aren't... God, you are angry. But they aren't naturally aggressive. If you get too close, they will try to run you down. But they don't... They're not...
You found a Titan.
What? I found a what? Where?
You need to find echoes. Their energy may silence the relic.
Oh my god. Well guys, I guess we're gonna fight another Titan today. Alright, so you see that fireball he just launched at me? That's the first of many, I promise. Now, for the most part, there is a way to interrupt his attacks. If you watch his arms, they will start glowing when he's about to do things, and if you deal enough damage, which I did not, but if you do, you'll actually stun him and stop him from attacking. And obviously, if you can do that, that's always a plus. We're gonna go ahead and not let you do things.
Keep the pressure on.
There we go.
That's gonna make everyone happy.
Whoops. Alright, so that was unexpected. I did not know I would be finding one out here in the wild. Okay. Okay, so that little radar is telling me I'm on top of something that needs to be picked up. This right here.
Is our echo.
So these, as he just so kindly informed us, these are called echoes. You can carry 3 of them at a time, and you take them over here. And it shuts those crystals down, breaks them apart, and as you can see in the top right, we need 8 of them to complete this event. I am going to go do the other Titan as well, still, because that was the whole point of coming over here. We just got kind of lucky, you could say. I didn't even know that he existed here. That must be something that came today. Ooh, that's loud. Damn. So we're at 6 of 8 in that little sonar. If you get lost, again, we'll tell you where your next thing is. Just gotta keep an eye out for it. And it's always a lot of fun. I will be taking, I'll probably do the Titan area twice with 2 different javelins, and just to kind of give you an idea of the output for the javelins, the damage and whatnot, for what I have. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an understanding of what's going on, and kind of let you guys see the balance, and choose your javelin, you know, if you guys are going to join in on the fun, you might as well know what you're getting into a little early. I don't see the echoes, which, the good thing about these world events is that they're not particularly timed from what I've seen. I've never had one fail, even when I didn't know what the hell to do. The one thing that they're working on fixing, though, is there has been an issue where if you... Ah, there you are. If someone takes one of these things and just runs away with it, you can't complete the event. That was a concern before, where you just get like the little trolls who just want to mess with people. And that's unfortunate that happens.
Oh,
Let's see what we got.
glad you stopped it.
Okay. Lots of rare items that time. That's nice. I don't know if that guy got anything. He wasn't here, but... Anyway... Now I gotta get reoriented with where I was trying to go, which was back over here, I believe. Weird. But we're gonna go through here, into the well, which takes us directly to an area that is actually part of a quest, but the Titan isn't here during the quest, which is actually kind of interesting to me. But then again, when you're doing an early quest, you really don't want to fight a Titan. They're not super powerful. At least the ones I've encountered aren't, but then again, I'm fighting the lower tier Titans. Like, they only get bigger than the ones I'm fighting right here.
This'll be ugly.
Yeah, it will, because he's got me in a bad spot. Can I shoot that out of the air? Nope. Ooh, I couldn't dodge. Welp, I'm on fire. Woo. You need to chill out, dude. I missed. Son of a fuck. He's not doing his usual attack, which is kind of concerning. See, that says it's supposed to block hits, but it does not. I have yet to see him do his normal attack, which is actually kind of bumming me out. Because I want to show you guys the attack you need to try to avoid when he does it. I mean, you should logically try to avoid all of them, but that's not always an option, you know? Come on. You're wasting my time, dude. I am very bad with that frost grenade. Alright, fine. You don't want to do it? I'm not gonna waste my time.
Look at that! A fallen titan! Oh, this is wonderful!
Owen is so enthusiastic. Alright, so ultimately, the Ranger, very good as a starting javelin. I will give them that. It is probably the most well-rounded, well-balanced one to start with. It has a bunch of abilities that are quick and easy to use. It can dodge, it can fly like all the others, but it just has a certain balance to it that just feels right. But for now, we're going to head back to Fort Tarsus, and I'm going to... we could probably... If I go straight to the Titan area, I should have time for about one more. So the one I'm going to be showing you next is the Colossus. The Colossus is right there. It is my main. It is the one I prefer to run at all times. I actually, it looks like due to the loading, Yeah, okay, so I'll at least tell you about it before we get in, and I'll start the next episode off with that information. Recapping what I said here. But anyway, the Titan, oh my god, the Colossus is the tank of the group. He doesn't have a dodge, but he is the strongest and the slowest. But he, instead of an overshield, he gets a physical shield that he can block hits with and beat people with, which is always fun. His flying capabilities, he still can keep up with the rest, but he is definitely slower. But his ultimate and his abilities are all based off big explosions and detonating combos. For the most part, he doesn't have any primers, which are what you need to set up the combos, but unfortunately, he doesn't get any. Now that says I'm level 0, that is also a bug, because I'm actually cap level for this demo. I'm level 15. But anyway, I don't know what the alliance is here. Because that's not part of the demo. It just gives you the experience, and I guess that's just something they wanted to leave in. But I don't know what that's about. Now again, I already have them all, but when you hit a every time you unlock a javelin token to where you can go buy your next javelin, you get this notification. However, again, this is just something that's in the demo. I already have all 4 of them. The game just doesn't recognize that right now. Now, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes that we all really care about. Alright, so we've got a support gear, a blue muster point for the ranger, another frost grenade, and a shield reinforcement for... These 2 are solely for the ranger. That is for anyone. Ooh, a marksman rifle. I've never gotten that one. And the rest of the stuff is all going to be weaker than what I have equipped, which is, you know, in the early stages, I imagine you're going to want to get as high of power. Every time you get something new that's higher power, you're going to want to put it on as long as you can. Which, you know, that's cool. But now we're going to go back to Fort Tarsus, and I'll go ahead and put on that rifle what I expected. When I first heard about this game, I read about it back in a Game Informer magazine, and it sounded amazing. At the time, I didn't even have a console or a computer to play it on, and I wanted one. But then the game, like, after that Game Informer, I stopped hearing about it. I never heard anything about it until recently. And when I saw it, I recognized it, and I was like, oh, okay. So they announced it at I think it was E3, and I went and I pre-ordered it, the Legion of Dawn edition, day 1. And believe me, I am super excited. I'm going to record this. Between now and then, though, I am definitely going to try and finish up some series. I haven't forgotten about Spider-Man, South Park, any of that. I'm still going to do those, because I've kind of decided until we get bigger and until I start seeing active people in the community, I'm going to play the games I want to play. I'm going to have fun with them. I'm going to do what I want. And then if we get big enough and if things start rolling, we'll definitely get back into this, and I'll start taking suggestions or recommendations for a game, all of that, you know, because I know there's a lot of games I gotta go back and finish. Some I might just start over and start fresh just because I can't remember what's going on. But anyway, guys, that's enough of me rambling. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like down below. If you got something you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment while you're at it. And if you want to see more content from me and be notified whenever I upload videos, why not subscribe, hit that bell icon, get all those notifications. After all, it would mean the world to me. And as always, I am Legion True Hero, and I am out. See you guys.